into Soda City Living. Today we're at a downtown farm-to-table restaurant with some French flair. Let's hear what the owner of Hampton Street Vineyard, Jonathan, had to say about their delicious menu and wine pairings.
This restaurant started in 1995, so way before I even got to Columbia. And it was started by three partners, all very wine-focused people, and they wanted to really create a restaurant downtown that really focused on wine, and they did just that. I kind of came into the picture in 2020 when they were ready to retire and kind of move on. I came and looked at the space in a really beautiful building from the 1860s, and it's in the Second Empire style, which is a kind of French architectural style you'll see all throughout Paris. I feel like we're a very rounded concept, but wine is definitely a major focus. And so we have one of the largest wine cellars in Columbia, but we also do a lot of things that are wine related. So we do wine tastings once a month, we do wine dinners, and so we're always kind of trying to weave that into all the different kind of events and kind of things we do here. I think that's always really the big misconception, is that French food has to be really fussy, right? We're a French fine dining restaurant, farm to table, and all that sounds a little bit, like everyone's going to be really rigid and you have to do a certain thing, but we don't have a dress code. We want anyone that wants to eat good food to come in here, and we have everything from something that's a little more esoteric in French, like escargot, which is maybe for a more adventurous eater, but we also have steak frites, which is simply steak and potatoes. It just, it has a slightly French name of the dish, so it can be as approachable as you want, So even though brunch isn't technically a French meal, we're doing a very classic version of that, but it's a little more elevated. Brunch is available from 10 to 3 on Saturdays and Sundays, so if you're over at Soda City, you can drop in and have a mimosa, or Sunday if you're downtown before or after church, or if you just need a curative libation, we're open for that as well. And so brunch, really we're focused on a lot of egg dishes, even in these hard times with eggs. But we do a lot of like mimosa flights, Bloody Marys, all the really great classics.
Now I am in the wine cellar, and we are joined by Chef Wes to learn about some of these incredible dishes. It smells so great.
So what I have here is, we call it the garlic shrimp. Everything has a story behind it. So when I was down in Disney last, we ate at Jose Andres' restaurant. Actually, I took the kids there, it was great. But my favorite dish was the garlic shrimp he had.
Yeah.
And so kind of reinvented that in my way and everything. And so you got just a little bit of anchovies in there, shaved garlic, clarified butter, olive oil, and then on top of a baguette with the shrimp from Gulf of Mexico.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
That's a really good table share. Everybody gets a little piece, and everybody can cut a piece of bread, and there's more bread available too. So
good to know. Very good to know. Can never have enough bread. Okay, that looks amazing. Moving over to dinner now.
So the duck dish. I guess one thing that I really like cooking, and I've done my whole career, was duck. And this duck's from North Carolina. I know that a whole breast and a whole confit leg is a lot to eat, so we have the breast. And then up underneath is a heirloom from Esto Island, Sea Island red peas mixed with some andouille that was made in North Carolina.
Wow.
We got a celery root puree down right here, and then the duck breast, and we fried some Brussels sprout leaves, kind of give it a little color and a little crunch.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's incredible to know that so many of these ingredients were sourced, locally in the Carolinas. That's really incredible stuff.
It's really important to us to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's our duty to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good to know. Good to know. All right, and then of course we got weekend brunch.
Yeah, and so I'm going straight French with this. It's called chicken paillard. A boneless, skinless thigh, pounded out, and paillard in French means to pound. So it gets flat, it gets marinated in a Worcestershire vinaigrette. And then we grill it on both sides and cook it through. Then we'll put a arugula salad with a just simple vinaigrette on it with shaved radish and crispy potatoes on top, get a little crunch.
A little crunch on that. So something a little lighter for brunch, but still really full of flavor.
Right, yeah.
What is your favorite out of these three?
I'll go for the combo platter.
That's your favorite?
I'll take some of that and
a little bit of this.
Put it on that plate. Take the rest of this plate and just put it right on that plate, and then
a little bit of everything. So you really can't go wrong.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for showing us all of these dishes, and now we're going to hear about some sips that we can pair with these. We're going to hear from the owner, Jonathan. Thanks, Chef Wes.
It's not a better person there, so
perfect.
For that.
Thank you. To complement these incredible dishes, you got to have the perfect sip, and who better to learn from than a sommelier himself? Jonathan is back.
Yep.
What are we pairing today?
So I have this lovely bottle of Patrick Pugh's, some Aligote from 2020, the 1953 bottling. And so we have a few different dishes here, and I think this specific wine is going to be paired with the garlic shrimp. And so what we want to be thinking about is similar flavors in the wine as well as the dish. We're thinking about the weight of the wine and the weight of the dish, and oftentimes how fresh and bright the wine is versus the dish. So this specific wine is going to go really well with this garlic shrimp. Sorry, I have to check it real quick. Because it's very light, fresh, lightly aromatic. So this grape variety comes from Burgundy. And Burgundy, typically you think about Pinot Noir, Chardonnay. Those are the two primary grape varieties. This is kind of like Chardonnay's cousin that really doesn't get the limelight, you know? Unlike Chardonnay, which could tend to be, have a little more oak, be a little bit more rich and creamy in style, Aligote tends to be done in a very light, fresh manner. So the garlic shrimp we have is a little bit more of a light dish, has a little bit of spice to it. So you can almost think about this wine as adding a little bit of lemon to the top of the dish.
Okay.
In a way. So
let's do it.
Let's taste it.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, so
such a crisp, clean finish.
Very crisp, very clean. A lot of lemon flavors, a little bit of blanched almond on the finish. But this dish has a lot going on already. So you just want something to kind of complement and brighten it up.
Yeah, it's very simple, but it's not overly sweet, but there's no bitterness to it whatsoever, which is really good. And I know Chef Wes was saying this is kind of the perfect appetizer, so I say grab a bottle of that, pair it with this. That's your perfect happy hour.
That's right. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so if people are interested in coming out, trying some of your dishes, maybe one of the wine pairings that you guys do, how do they find you guys? Where are you guys located?
So we're located in the heart of downtown at Main Street at 1207 Hampton Street. We're in the Sylvan building, so the really beautiful French-style building in downtown, the only one in the city. And obviously you can find us on our website, hamptonstreetvineyard.com, and to make reservations on resi.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having us. And guys, definitely come out here for an incredibly unique dinner experience right here in downtown Columbia.